Alright, this is part 3 of my old school computer series. This one is our original family computer that we bought brand new, I want to say in 1992 or so. It's a Compaq Presario 850. It came stock with a 5 1/4 floppy drive and a 3.5 inch floppy. Of course, we added the tape drive and the CD-ROM. This is the second CD-ROM that was ever installed in it. I think the first one was a 2X reveal drive. The power switch has been replaced. It's supposed to be the same color as the 5 1/4 drive. Now this system came stock with a 486 DX2 processor running at 50 megahertz and 4 megs of onboard RAM. It's got a very heavy solid case, very thick steel all the way around. You won't find a case built that well today at all. It's kind of reminiscent of ATX actually on the back. In fact, I'd almost wonder if you could put a micro ATX board in one of these cases without too much trouble. It's got 5 expansion slots, which is kind of odd. Micro ATX normally has 4 and full ATX has 7. So this is somewhere in between, but it kind of reminds me of the old IBM PC 5150, how it had 5 slots, but they were spaced farther apart. But anyway, I've got everything hooked up here to my test jig. I do have the original keyboard. It's sitting over here. I just wanted to use this one because it was already sitting out. And haven't turned this thing on in a really long time, so I don't even remember what kind of software is installed on it. Let me get this side panel pulled off and take a look inside. Well, I don't have the best light down here. It's kind of hard to see inside, but it's got the Evergreen 586 upgrade with the AMD chip on it, running at 133 megahertz. Cache memory slot there to the left of the CPU. I would like to find that cache module. I've looked around and I have not found one for a reasonable price. There is what appears to be a Sound Blaster AWE 64 Value Edition in here. It's a CT4550, and there's an SMC Ethernet card, and that looks to be about it. Got some sort of weird ribbon cable set up for the tape drive. Other than that, it's pretty empty in here. So let's turn it on, shall we? It's like completely silent. I've also maxed this computer out at 64 megs using 2 32 meg SIMs in the 2 center sockets. I don't know what software is on this computer. It's been forever since I've had this turned on. Sheesh, I remember when the RAM test used to take forever. Oh my god, Windows 98 on this thing? Are you kidding me? Sounds like an old Western Digital hard drive to me. I think it's actually a 1.2 gigabyte Western Digital Caviar. The original hard drive was a 270 megabyte Quantum, and I didn't detect the mouse like I figured, so let me get an old school mouse and plug that in real quick. Alright, got a regular old PS2 mouse hooked up now. Forgot that those little optical mice don't have PS2 mode on them usually anymore, so you can't use a USB adapter. Come on, Windows 98. It's a little too much even for the upgraded system. Windows 98 is kind of a stretch. Man, that hard drive's noisy. What do we got on here? The same old set of games that's usually on my computer these days. Street Rod 2 actually works on the audio card on this computer. I remember this game all too well. Get a car in the garage and you tune it up. Take it for a drive. Click the challenge. Drag race. Just for kicks. See if I can do this one-handed. Whoops, it's an automatic. I think I smoked him. Believe it or not, this game would even run on like a 8086 or 8088 computer. Has EGA graphics. Anyway, let me get on with the next game. Gotta love the sound of that FM synthesizer. See if I can skip forward. Cheat codes. Aha. Used to play the crap out of this game back in the day too. Sure has been a while. You guys remember S3M files? Back in the day before computers were too slow to play MP3s. These are basically programs that played sound samples in a sequencer. It's kind of similar to wavetable media in a way, I guess. I don't know. But I used to play around with this a lot. I don't know who created all this music. These are just things that I found on the internet way back in the dial-up days. kind of a neat program.
This is a dream. This is a dream. This is a dream.
Darn it.
This is a dream.
Anyway, I don't want to get people complaining about music in the video, so I'm just going to stop it there. I wish I had more to talk about with this machine, but really there's not much to say other than it was a big part of my childhood, that's for sure. Lots of different things that we discovered on this computer, and you know, it was my first time using a laser printer, and first time having a computer with a good multimedia kit in it. In fact, the original speakers we used to use are still sitting right up there, those Juster speakers or whatever they're called. You know, it was back in the day, man. It brings back lots of memories.